Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. So excited you're here because we're talking about all the books I read in September. Some of these you've already heard me talk about, so I'm just gonna fly through those ones and we'll mainly talk about the ones that you haven't heard me talk about. So let's get to it. The first few, I'm kind of gonna separate these not from least to favorite or anything like that, but more so in little sections of like theme. So these first ones are Goosebumps, and the reason you've heard me talk about these is because of like Halloween-a-thon videos and things like that. So the first one you've heard me talk about because it was in my last Halloween-a-thon video, and that is A Night in Terror Tower. Yeah, 3 stars. Not my favorite, but it was still fun. I still enjoyed it. It had a weird element that I didn't expect, but it just wasn't my favorite trope. Not gonna say what it was because then they'll spoil it, but it was still fun. Another Goosebumps you've heard me talk about in a Halloween-a-thon video. I believe it was week one Halloween-a-thon. Actually had to be because there's only been 2 Halloween-a-thon videos. This was the first Halloween-a-thon. I'll link them down below, these videos that I'm referencing. And Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. It was fun. This one was interesting because it had like actually pretty high stakes, some like real danger. And I gave it 4 stars. The thing that irritated me, like the kid kept making the same mistake over and over, and it was kind of like I wanted to shake him and be like, get your life together, kid. But he's a kid, so. But yeah, I'm like, dude, this could so be avoided. Like, I get the first time, but like if you're getting lost the same way, making the same mistake this many times, like, dude. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. Like I said, this one had like real danger that I don't remember Goosebumps having, but it made me remember, it made me realize why Goosebumps got me into horror and Goosebumps got me into reading the things that I'm now reading. I get it. So I don't remember if I'd ever read this one when I was a kid or not, but I enjoyed it. And then A Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. This was also in week 1 Halloween-a-thon, and I gave this one 4 stars also. I really enjoyed it. This was set in the summer, but I feel like I'm surprised it wasn't set in fall because it's scarecrows, there are cornfields. It was fun, and I enjoyed the creepy scarecrows. And I like that all the Goosebumps, and they always have at least one obnoxious character that you want to just like smack. But yeah, I enjoyed it. This one you have not heard me talk about. This is actually ended up being kind of one of my favorites. I don't know if it's because I love Phantom of the Opera so much or what, but I really enjoyed this one. The vibes, I love theater, I love the Phantom of the Opera. I liked the characters were fun, and just the whole vibe. And I didn't expect where it was going. I gave this one 4 stars as well, and I had a lot of fun with it. I liked that it was like Phantom of the Opera vibes, but it put its own, like R.L. Stine put his own twist on it, so you didn't know what to expect, but had a great time. Then we'll go into I've read 2 nonfiction like memoirs. One of them you've heard me talk about, and that was Yours Cruelly, Elvira. I always give memoirs like pretty high ratings because it's hard to, it's somebody's life. So unless it's like just really horribly written, but I gave both of them 5 stars. Yeah, I loved learning more about her life. It goes into like celebrities that she met along the way, her childhood, and how she got into acting. And, I enjoy reading about like that it wasn't always easy, and kind of the no's that happened along the way, and, all that. So like it didn't just happen overnight. And also, she, the shenanigans that she got up to and all that. But yeah, she's led a really fascinating life, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was really fun to read about her adventures. The other memoir I read was Dinner for Vampires. I read this one through my library on Libby, and Bethany Joy Lenz. I have been wanting to read this one for a while, and it actually became available, so I was really excited. So I'm like, hey, might as well read this one. Yeah, so this one is like, it says it's Dinner for Vampires, Life on a Cult TV show, and also about how she was actually in a cult in real life, like a religious cult. And that's something that I had no idea about until the book came out. I had no idea. And it's funny because, like, I guess a lot of people didn't have a clue. You wouldn't have a clue. And it goes to show, like, you have no idea what people are going through. You have no idea, like, what people are, just the challenges people are facing. And so I really wish, like, I really need another book by her that actually goes into, like, her life on One Tree Hill and, like, all that too. But that's not what the focus of this was. The focus of this was on the cult and how that affected her and how that affected her life. And I think the reason you don't get a lot of her life on One Tree Hill is because she didn't get to enjoy it. She really didn't. She was being controlled, and it's really sad that she didn't get to enjoy that part of her life. She didn't get to really live in that moment. But yeah, it's wild. It's really wild to hear of that experience, and her husband, and just how she ended up where she ended up, and how she ended up in a religious cult was really wild. You would just have to read it. But yeah, it's a wild story. I've wondered that before, like religious cults, like how do people find themselves there? How do people find themselves like that brainwashed? And it was really interesting to read about. So I've always liked her as an actress, and it's a really interesting book. I would highly recommend it, especially if you like her as an actress, or yeah, it was fascinating. Her not going into details on One Tree Hill just goes to show how much the cult took over her life, and how much it just didn't allow her to enjoy anything, and it's really sad. Then we'll go into the couple of classics that I read. I did a vlog on both of these. I'll link the vlogs down below if you missed them. One was American Psycho by Bret, Easton, Ellis. Obviously, I did an entire vlog on this, so you get my reactions and how, as I came across this. I also watched the movie, so I compared the two, the book and the movie. And yeah, this was wild. It's nice and dark. It's gritty, and it's it's pretty messed up. But I don't know what I expected going into this, because I have on purpose kept myself completely out of, like, I've tried really hard. It's really hard to go into this and not know anything about it. So I did know a little bit, but I've tried really hard to know as little as possible going into this. So yeah, it was interesting. It's interesting to go into somebody's mind and their thoughts and their just, yeah, their reasoning. And this was wild. It was different. I really enjoyed it. I love books like this that go into that. And also there's so much room for interpretation on, is he killer, is he not killer, is this all in his head, is it not all in his head, and all that. And I do have my own thoughts on that. But I'll let you, if you want to watch the vlog, I'll let you do that, because I go into all that in there and I just rambled on. But I won't ramble on here, but I have a lot of thoughts on it. But yeah, this was fascinating, really good. I thought it was really well written and just really fascinating. A lot of people don't like it because of how everything is described about what everybody's wearing, and, you know, like all the different brands everybody's wearing, like everybody he comes across. But I think there's a reason for that. One, it goes into, I think that's his obsession, and also everybody that he's around, their obsession with looks and their obsession with, you know, materialistic things. And it's just the people he's around, and also he himself is just that world, and it's just showing that, and it's just very relevant to that setting, you know what I mean? And also he is obsessive, and he has obsessive tendencies, and that's just showing those tendencies. But yeah, this is just, to me, it was really interesting, and I didn't mind him going into all that, and it just goes with his character. But yeah, I won't go into it. I could go into this all day long. I will not, but I will link that vlog down below. It was really good. And then the other classic that I read was The Exorcist. And I also, you get my thoughts as I read the book and my reactions, and I also watched the movie for the first time. Well, I had watched the movie, but it had been when I was a kid and I really didn't remember it. So I watched the movie, compared the movie to the book and all those things. So you get my reactions in that vlog as well. And I loved it. Really creepy. And I thought it was really well done. And there were definitely some notable differences between the book and the movie. You know, the book, you get more of the backstories of the characters, and you get more of the, yeah, I'm not gonna go all the way into it, but because I will be here all day if I do that again. But yeah, you definitely get more backstory. There were definitely some scenes that were a lot more graphic and a lot more like detailed in the book than in the movie. And yeah, they were just, it was really creepy. But I'll also say that it is wildly different reading about it than seeing it too. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. And I can see, like, I didn't think it was super scary. You know, like a lot of people, like, at the time, I could see when this was written why this was so scary. But in today's day, you know, now in 2025, it's not so scary because there are so many other things out there. This didn't scare me. I didn't think it was more disturbing to me. It was disturbing. And I could see people that are super into religion and super religious being scared of this. But to me, I wasn't scared of it. It was more just disturbing. And yeah, but it was really good and really well written. Not scary, at least not to me. And the movie wasn't really scary either. Like I said, it was more disturbing. Yeah, it was really good. I did really enjoy it. And then the next ones, I don't even know what category to call this. But I have the final three. I believe there are only 3 more. I don't know how many that was. I've read 11 books in September. So, okay, so the 3 more. One was The Lone Wolf Cafe. This one was sent to me by the author. This is really cute, witchy. I ended up giving this one 3 stars. And I love the setting. The setting was really cute. It was fall vibes. It was set in Maine, which is the best setting for fall. Halloween. The town really goes all out for Halloween, which I thought was really cute. It's a town of witches. And the main character, geez Louise, I'm forgetting names at this point because it's been so long since I've read them. But our main character is a werewolf, but she's pretending to be she's a werewolf pretending to be human, and she stumbles into a town of witches. And witches and werewolves do not get along, which is why she's pretending to be human. And yeah, she meets this herbalist witch, and yeah, she kind of is crushing on her. So yeah, they form this friendship. She gets hired on at this little coffee shop to be the new baker, and it's really cute. And I love a good sapphic romance. I love the whole fresh start trope. And she's like, you know, she had to kind of get away from the werewolf. Where she was living with the werewolf, she had to get away from there. And she only planned on staying in this little witchy town for so long. Love the fall vibes. And I love anything with witchy vibes. But yeah, it was really cute. And I really enjoyed it. I can't remember which. I believe this was in week 1 of Halloween-a-thon, if you want to see my full thoughts on it. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was, if you like anything, like if you love the fall Halloween cozy witchy vibe, sapphic romance situation, I think you would enjoy it. It was really cute. And also, like, it gave me Legends and Lattes vibes because of the, like, you're in like this cafe, but instead of lattes, it's tea. And yeah, but the whole, like, they're creating this menu and they're experimenting with pastries, and it just gave me that vibe. It was just very cozy, and I just thought it was really cute. So if you like Legends and Lattes and you love witchy, I think you would really enjoy this one. Okay, the last 2 are They're both 5 stars. One of them is Small Spaces by Katherine Arden. This is middle grade. I don't read a lot of middle grade, but I do read some, and I loved this one. It was spooky. It was really spooky. This was also my week 1 of Halloween-a-thon, and yeah, it was way spookier than I expected. Scary scarecrows. Love the characters. The characters were written well. They were written for their ages that they are. They weren't written older than they are or anything like that, which I appreciate for middle grade. And they were all, I love how they were all worked well together, like the different personalities, like their little, they were quirky, but then also like they would have these little quips back and forth, and they would have these, their little spats, I guess you can call them. But yeah, high stakes. I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know, had no idea how they were going to get out of this jam that they were in. They we have cornfields, and we have the Halloween, and we have fall, and we have like, it's very spooky, and I legitimately didn't know how they were going to get out of their jam that they were in. But yeah, it was nice and spooky, and I didn't realize it was part of a series until recently, and now I need to read all of the whole series because I really enjoyed it. And like I said, if you want to hear my full thoughts on that one, it was in week 1 of Halloween-a-thon, and I will link that video down below. The final one is Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell? I'm not sure. And Faith Erin Hicks. This is my new favorite cozy fall read. This is one I will read every year now probably because I'm obsessed with it. And it's a graphic novel, and I love it so much. You've already heard me talk to this one to death, so I won't go too far into it. Won't tell you what all it's about again, but absolutely love these two besties. They're so cute together. They're just, their personalities go really well together. One's kind of more shy, one's more outgoing. I think that's the perfect combination because Deja, it does really well at trying to get him out of his shell, and I just think they're adorable. And this whole book is fall, and it's Halloween. I wanted to jump in and live in this book forever. Like, I wish they would have a whole series on this. I need more. Like, I need more. I don't know. I couldn't get enough of it. I just wanted to keep going forever. I got to the end and I wanted to immediately start it back over and reread the whole thing because I wasn't done. It was so good. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this. 5 stars, easy. I'm obsessed. It was so good. But yeah, those are all the books. Loved every last one of them. And there was not one bad book in this batch. I enjoyed all of them, and yeah. So I feel like I flew through them because that's most of them you'd already heard me talk about, so I didn't want to like go on and on about them again. Like I said, I'll link all the videos that I've mentioned down below, like the vlogs and the Halloween-a-thon videos and all that. If you want to hear my full thoughts on any of those books, you can get them there. Let me know down in the comments what was your favorite book in September. I would really love to know. Always looking to add to my TBR. Otherwise, I will see you on Tuesday. There should be 2 videos next week, I believe. One will be a book haul video. I'm going to do kind of a book haul / TBR for November video. And I'm going to do a week Halloween-a-thon. Where am I? And then I'm going to do a Halloween-a-thon week 4 video, maybe week 4 and 5 together, haven't decided. Either way, but there will be 2 videos again next week. I'm trying to get caught up. I got a lot going on, but I'm trying to get caught up. So yeah, that's what to expect next week. Either way, I will see you on Tuesday. Bye for now.